welcoming to Texas Toast Podcast at the Texas Regional Radio Music Awards. Nick Russo from Kick in Houston, the Bull.
Yes,
man, I'm going to tell you, here's the thing, is it's like, I admire you so much because I know the battle it is with Texas music. And here you are in one of the top markets in the country. And that's, my HD2 is on Kick.
Well,
and it's all my people, and it's all our people, and it's all our Texas country music family. And thank you for everything that you do.
You're so welcome. You know, I came into the position about 3 years ago, and the first thing a programmer always does is that, how can I change the music? What I didn't want to do is I didn't want to go away from the format itself. I wanted to make sure that the artists were getting the representation that the station could give them, because I know that there's attachment to playing on a country radio station in Houston, what that comes with for an artist's career. I know it's really important. And the Kick FM, the HD2, right, it's actually our HD3 station, right? And it's picking up and generating a lot of attention, and so much that, you know, our corporate heads have been like, hey, so what are y'all doing with that station? And I said, well, I'm just playing the songs. And so the connection is that it's supported by the people. It's an organic experience that the people are the reason it exists. It's not because the artists just want to do it. There's an audience here that's allowing it to happen and function. And so I knew that by promoting those artists, their fans would then promote our radio station. And so that was the key for me of getting the radio station's name out, was using the artists to help. Hey, we're telling your story, so y'all indirectly tell our story.
Well, and here's the thing that I look at, and you look at all of the venues that we have in that region, in the Houston area. I'm down south in Matagorda, and I worked in radio for many, many years. Loved the Texas music, made sure we had it, you know, in our programming. But look at who's playing the live shows everywhere. It's our Texas country guys and gals.
It really is, and like all the rodeos, all the fairs, it's these artists, and so if I can use the radio station to promote their names and get them to more audiences, more people buy tickets, more people stream the music. Like it's you know, when I became a music director, and I do this for both radio stations I program, that it's compassionate business. If anyone loses, I don't want to do it. Everyone has to win, right? And that's what I found with the Texas country. And I didn't know where it was going to go. I didn't know what the result would be, but like a couple years later, I can see it. I get to come to these awards, and I see all the peers. I see everyone flourishing and growing, and it's awesome to have like just a small hand in all that. So it's great.
I know, because that's the beauty about being a programmer and working in Texas radio, because you get to see someone come in, it's their first single, it's their first radio tour, and they're nervous, or either they're, you know, overexcited, and then you see them just blossom and grow, and then all this success that comes to the guys and gals that come through like that.
And that's my favorite part of working with the newer artists, honestly, is that at this point in my career, I've spent so many times in interview sessions, and some of the biggest artists, really. You know, I got to sit with Blake Shelton one time backstage with The Voice for like an hour and did an album review interview. And so when I meet a brand new artist like America Allen, she came through,
yes,
and she was brand new, right? And so I recognize in those settings that I can help them with my skill set to sound better or sound more in touch, and even give them that experience so that as their career grows, they're like, oh wow, I had this experience, and then maybe they have another experience that helps them grow in a different way when answering questions and the interview, because the interview is the hardest part sometimes for a new artist. So it's a pleasure to be on both sides of that spectrum.
Yes, absolutely. We could go on and on.
Yeah.
I know we're trying to get you on the podcast because you and I can talk some radio and talk some history about
sure.
those call letters, the boot call letters.
Oh yeah, well,
that's what it was when I was growing up.
Well, you know, it gives me goosebumps to think about it, you know, and I think I know, like I said, we can talk all day. The thing that hits closest to my heart is I was born and raised in Goliad, Texas, right? I'm like a fifth or sixth generation Texan, and when I've done the research, programming country music in Houston hasn't been done by a South or Southeast Texan, and anywhere in my research ever. At least since 1981. That's as far back as the records I've looked, and I wasn't born at that time. So I can tell you that it's an honor to get to be a person that can actually hear the people and be a voice of the people, you know. So
yes.
It's awesome.
Man, love this visit.
Oh, yeah. Can't
wait to carry it on to a
For
whole
sure.
full podcast. All right, Nick.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you so much.